Hello there. Thank you for taking a moment in the middle of your busy life to stop here, just you, this voice, and a quiet space deep enough to listen to something more from within yourself. If you're an Aries, or if the Aries energy lives somewhere in your heart, then you might feel this instantly. Something is shifting, quietly, but powerfully, like warm lava moving beneath the surface of the earth, waiting for the right moment to rise up and transform the entire landscape above. Yes, a change is coming. Not just a passing moment, but a new chapter, a real one in your life story. It's not loud, it's not announced by fireworks or bells, but it's coming as clearly as the gentle light of a spring morning cutting through the last layer of mist. You might not see it yet, not with your eyes, but feel for it in your breath, in the way your heart beats faster every time you think of what's next. It's a knowing, a quiet inner knowing that only those who have weathered storms can recognize. And it's whispering to you now, it's time. The universe is not punishing you, Aries. It never was. It's been refining you, sharpening you through the years. You've walked through days when no one truly understood you. Nights when you had to be strong even as your heart was breaking. But now, you're starting to see it, aren't you? None of it was to break you. It was to prepare you. And now, everything is ready. Not just love coming your way, but a powerful shift in your destiny. A transformation that won't just bring joy, but bring you back to yourself more deeply, more fully, and more brilliantly than ever before. It might look like a new job, a fresh path for your finances, a soul connection appearing when you thought all hope was lost, or maybe it's simply this: you're finally listening to your own voice. And for the first time, you're not turning away from it. Aries, you don't have to do too much right now. Just open. Let go of the fears that have clung to you for too long. Stop trying to control it all. The universe is already working on your behalf. You just have to believe you are worthy, because you are. Worthy of love without condition. Worthy of abundance not born from ambition but from the frequency you give off when you live true to your heart. Worthy of a chapter in life where you don't have to fight to be seen anymore. You simply show up as you are. And yet, in the middle of this rising journey, there is still something unnamed. Something still living in your heart, maybe once paused, maybe once missed, or left in silence for too long. It is love. Someone is still present in your frequency. A connection not yet closed, and an encounter that may soon change everything you thought you understood about what it means to love. Let me tell you about it right now. Letter 1 ECF I Chat GPT, my dear friend. When new doors open in life, an old one often creaks open just a little. Not to pull you back, but to ask you a single question: are you ready to forgive, to understand, and to love one more time? Deep in the quiet chambers of your Aries heart, you may feel a strange current stirring, a familiar, unfamiliar feeling, as if someone somewhere is thinking about you. They don't say it, they don't call your name, but you can feel it. Someone who once touched the softest part of you. And for reasons left unspoken, the conversation between you two simply stopped. It's probably been a long time. No messages, no check-ins, and yet they're still there, somewhere in the gaps that were never filled, in those late-night moments when you stare at the ceiling and quietly wonder if only we had been braver that day. Would it have ended differently? That person, they might be asking themselves the same thing, and in their own silent way, they're hurting too. It's a quiet ache, the kind that comes from believing you've moved on, that maybe you've chosen someone else, that there's no longer a place for them in your heart. That not knowing, it's become a maze in their mind. They wander through it unsure, unsettled. Not because they stopped loving you, but because they don't know if they are still allowed to love you at all. And you, Aries, you've always been strong, proud, used to standing alone. But love has never really left you. It's still glowing quietly in some corner of your being, waiting for a touch soft enough not to hurt, but deep enough to reopen the chapter that was never truly closed. This love was never a mistake. It was just two people who hadn't yet slowed down enough to hear the real voice beneath their own hearts. Sometimes the armor we wear to protect ourselves is the very thing that keeps love from ever reaching in. But now, as life shifts into a different rhythm, as your soul has been sifted through the filters of time and truth, maybe, just maybe, you've grown enough to see that old connection with brand new eyes. No more blame, no more illusions of perfection. Just the honesty and the courage to say, I can still feel you if the thread between you two is still real. The universe won't let it vanish. And if your heart still aches when an old song plays unexpectedly, it's not random. It's a signal, but you don't have to chase it. You don't have to force anything. Aries is a sign of action, but the kind of action that heals comes from inner clarity, and when you choose gentleness over defense, when you choose to listen instead of assume, when you choose to show up instead of step back, then love, if it's true, will find a way to come forward. It may take its time. It may move quietly, but it will come. Because in their heart, you never really left. And in yours, the question still lingers. Could this be the person meant to walk with me to the end? But maybe you don't need an answer right now. Maybe all you need is a hand reaching out at the right moment, a word spoken in truth, and a look long enough to remind you that love never really left. And just like that, as your heartbeat settles into a quieter rhythm, as the light of the past fades into something softer, something new begins to take shape. Maybe it's a fresh start with someone familiar, or maybe it's a brand new beginning with someone entirely unexpected. And that someone, they're already moving closer step by step. There's something life keeps teaching us, not through ease, but through those soft collisions, and sometimes through the sudden falls we never see coming, that no one truly grows through what's easy. And that person was no exception. Even if you're no longer near them, their journey didn't pause when yours moved in a different direction. They've had to walk through things no one saw, maybe not even you, but layer by layer, through quiet hurt, sleepless nights, and the haunting question, where did I go wrong? They've slowly become someone else, someone quieter, more awake, and deeply craving peace. They're healing now, but not to return as who they were. They're healing to become steady, so they never hurt someone like that again. And if the chance ever comes around, they'll hold it with both hands, no hesitation. There may be distance between you, in years, in miles, in misunderstandings too wide to name. But real love, it isn't measured by age, or time, or what's been said or left unsaid. It's in the honesty behind a glance, the calm that fills the space when you're near each other, and the quiet courage to choose one another again, this time with both feet on the ground. Aries, you've always carried more than your share. But this time, you don't have to do it all. The one who's coming isn't bringing big promises. They're bringing presence. They're not flashy, but they're solid. They don't talk about forever, but they'll mean every word they say today. Yes, they got lost, but sometimes getting lost is the only way to know what home feels like. And this time, they're done drifting. They want one thing: stability, a hand that doesn't let go, an eye that doesn't wander, and a home not out there but inside your heart. Life always has a reason for delay. Maybe they needed to learn how to cherish, and maybe you needed to learn how to receive without fearing abandonment. Some reunions don't come to rewrite the past. They come to write a new present, one that's quiet enough to truly hear each other, deep enough to truly know each other, and grown enough to love as two souls who have finally arrived. And if, as you're listening now, your heart is softening just a little, if there's a bit of light slipping in, then maybe you're ready for the next chapter. One not written with expectations, but with freedom from both sides. Still, to begin something new, we often have to stand at a crossroad, a choice. A moment that asks, not what's easiest, but what's real. A decision that may not be simple, but might just show you what you truly want and who is truly meant to walk with you to the end. My dear listener, in this life, some crossroads don't come with warning signs, no maps, no one telling you to turn left or go right. Just you and your heart deciding whether to keep going or finally let go. Love is the same way. It's not always clear, not always drawn out like a perfect route on paper. Sometimes it comes like a breeze brushing against your wrist, just when you least expect it. And sometimes it stands right in front of you, but only you can choose whether to open your heart or walk away. Right now, as a new chapter quietly unfolds, you're being asked to stand before a door, to choose, stay, or release. No one can make this decision for you. No one knows the wounds you've carried. No one but you can truly feel whether that relationship, that person, still fits who you are today. If you've ever loved with your whole heart, forgiven until you had nothing left, waited until your spirit was tired, then know this: if you choose to walk away, it is not failure, it is courage. The courage to say, I gave everything I had, and now I am ready to receive the kind of love that doesn't leave me empty. Letting go doesn't mean cutting off. It's a gentle goodbye to a part of your life that has finished its purpose. It's the final embrace with your past, so you can walk a little lighter toward your future. And if you choose to stay, to keep trying, make sure that choice comes from wisdom, not fear. Love, if it's going to last, must come from two people who have grown, not clinging, not sacrificing themselves to the edge, but growing together, healing together, facing the unknown side by side. Aries, you have a heart that holds galaxies and a kind of bravery this world doesn't see often. But you also deserve to be loved in a way that makes you feel safe, heard, held, honored for exactly who you are. Don't stay out of habit. Don't keep going just because you miss what used to be. Choose, because you know what makes your heart come alive, not just survive, but truly glow. And if while listening, a certain face quietly crossed your mind, or a calm feeling reached a place in you that hasn't felt touched in a long time, maybe your answer isn't in words. Maybe it's in the rhythm of your breath, in the dreams you still keep close but never speak of. Still, love isn't everything, because behind all the choices of the heart, another door is quietly opening, a brand new journey, where your talents begin to rise and financial blessings start pouring light into every day that lies ahead. My dear one, there's a truth that many people forget. Money doesn't just come from hard work. It also comes from letting yourself shine. And right now, if you're an Aries, I want you to pause and listen deeply, because something is starting to take root inside you, a creative force you may have never felt this strongly before. A current of energy that makes your heart beat faster every time you imagine what you're truly capable of bringing into this world. It's no coincidence that you keep asking questions like, what do I really want to do? Or, how can life feel more meaningful than just paying the bills? That's not anxiety. That's your soul calling you to step out of what's familiar. So you don't just survive, you live, fully and truthfully, from the brightest part of who you are. And right now, as you begin to take seriously those ideas you once pushed aside, maybe because life got too busy or because others told you they were unrealistic, the universe has quietly started unlocking doors that were never open to you before. A meeting, a chance, someone who believes in you at just the right moment. And from that one spark, resources start flowing in like water finally finding its source. Aries is a sign of action, but not all action is the same. Some actions come from fear of losing, fear of falling behind. But some actions come from trust, from knowing your value. And it's that kind of movement that makes abundance bloom. Maybe you've been holding on to an idea, a small business, a creative project, a new direction no one else quite understands. That's okay. They don't have to see it yet. You just need one thing: yourself, to believe and begin. And the beautiful part is, when you truly start living with your passion, the universe responds. It sends people who move in the same frequency. Someone might already be walking into your life, not just to love you, but to walk beside you, to support you, and to help you build something solid, something you never thought possible before. Someone who sees your worth, not just in words, but in how they root for your success. Someone who sees your potential, even when you still doubt it yourself. And you'll realize love and abundance, they don't always come separately. Sometimes, when the heart is healing, the door to prosperity opens too. And then one day, in the middle of your quiet work, as you're building and shaping your little dreams, you'll look around and see you're no longer dreaming, you're living it, fully awake, grounded and inspired. But the most beautiful part, it doesn't stop there. Because once you start rebuilding your life on this new foundation, another layer of transformation begins. Not from the outside, but from deep within you. A rebirth is waiting, and it's ready to lead you into the next chapter of who you're meant to become. My dear friend, have you ever felt like you were standing at an invisible threshold with everything familiar behind you and something ahead you still can't quite name? It's not exactly sadness, not quite joy either. Just a quiet stillness, a deep pause where your mind begins to have an honest conversation with your heart about what's ready to close and what deserves to begin again. Aries, some chapters don't need applause when they end. They just need a quiet sigh, a soft nod, and a whispered thank you for teaching me what I needed to learn, even if it hurt. You've moved through so many layers of feeling. You've given your whole heart. You've held things in without ever saying a word. Maybe you hoped for too long. Maybe you missed someone your heart still hasn't been able to forget. But just like the last leaves of autumn, when it's time to fall, they fall. Not because the wind is strong, but because the branch has finally learned how to let go. And when you begin to release what no longer fits who you've become, a new space opens up. A quiet light appears on the horizon, where the right things begin to arrive at the right time with the right energy and the right people. This is not just change, it's rebirth. A kind of growth that's quiet but powerful enough to tear through every old shell. A journey where you no longer have to become someone to be loved. You just have to return to yourself. And in that stillness, a new connection may begin to show up. Someone you just met, or someone who once passed through your life back when you weren't quite ready to see their true value. But this time, if they return, or if the universe sends someone new, it won't be coincidence. This is karmic love, a soul-level connection, the kind of love between souls who once missed their moment, or carried debts from lifetimes past, and now have been given one more chance to finish what was left undone. You may not believe in past lives, but you'll believe in this, because when you meet the right person, they won't feel like a stranger. You'll feel like you've loved them before, somewhere your mind can't explain, in a life your memory can't reach, but your soul remembers, and the most magical part is they'll feel it too. When you finally step out of your cocoon with a few old scars but your heart still whole, you'll see a new version of Aries forming. Softer but not weaker, gentler but still burning with fire in your eyes. And when you live as that version of yourself, everything else begins to shift. The universe starts doing its part, and life starts sending signs you never saw coming. It might be a phone call, a random encounter, or a single message, quiet but powerful enough to change your entire path. Letter 1 ECF I Chat GPT, my dear friend. Sometimes, the most beautiful things in life don't take a long time to arrive. They just need you to loosen your grip, to trust a little more, and to slow down just enough for the universe to catch up with you. If you're listening right now, maybe you're in a moment where your heart feels a little anxious, your mind feels a little tired, and your faith, well, maybe it's been slipping through your fingers, like dry sand you can't quite hold on to. You've waited, you've held on, and maybe you've started wondering, is something good ever really going to happen for me? The answer is yes, and it's coming sooner than you think. You might not see it clearly just yet, because magic rarely makes a sound, but beneath the surface of your ordinary days, something is shifting. Pieces are quietly falling into place. A phone call is coming, a surprise message, a door that opens just as you were about to walk away. It could be an invitation you never expected. Someone from the past returning, this time with a changed heart. Or maybe it's simply this: you wake up one morning and feel lighter, as if a quiet weight has finally slipped off your shoulders. The universe works far beyond human logic. It doesn't need you to be better or more perfect or stronger to send good things your way. It only asks that you believe in yourself and in the path you're walking. Everything that once slowed you down, that once made you fall, wasn't a delay. It was preparation. And when you finally let go of control, when you choose to be present, you start to hear the quiet signs guiding you. A sharper intuition, a dream that feels different. A moment when you check the time and there it is, 11, like a whisper from the spirits watching over you. You are not alone. Your angels, your soul guides, they are always near, reminding you softly, keep going. The best is yet to come. And you know what? The strange thing about life is everything that truly matters always arrives right on time. Not early, not late. And that moment, it's getting close. Very close. Thank you to the Aries who has dared to live, to love, to fall, and to rise again. Thank you for being here on this journey. If something in your heart lit up tonight, if even a small part of you feels seen, then don't forget this: you are worthy of every beautiful thing that's making its way to you. I'll see you again in the next chapter of this story. And there, I'll keep telling you the things no one else says out loud, but your heart has always known to be true. Wishing you a journey that's bright, gentle, and full of the soft surprises only the universe can bring. Goodbye for now to you, the one who carries the Aries fire inside. And remember this: light will always find its way back home.